Dash's DDX is a secure archive for your documents while providing fast and easy access for those that need those same documents. If we look closely at the business process of procurement and accounts payable, we see that there are a number of steps along the way that DDX can help with. On the purchase order, you enter your purchase order, but DDX can help you deliver it and file a copy for you. In the receiving area, you're going to enter your GRN as you normally do, but DDX can assist by filing a copy of the packing slip or the receiver so you can find it later. In invoicing, DDX can help with the matching process. It's already got the purchase order and the receiver, the packing list, and maybe even correspondence available to you right there and then through simple links directly from the invoice posting screens. And DDX can help by filing a copy of that invoice just as a byproduct of your normal invoice posting entry. Later, when it comes to printing checks, maybe you want to file a copy of those as well. DDX could help there too. And all along the way, DDX gives you the tools to be able to locate any and all of these documents whenever and wherever you happen to need them. So let's take a look at how all this works when you're in the driver's seat. Given that the primary objective of DDX is archival and then giving access, there's a variety of ways to locate documents, so we're going to look at that first. One way to find your invoices is to use a smart link from SYSPRO's supplier query. Select the DDX document search and it'll launch the DDX document viewer and search for that one invoice that you were looking for before and show it on your screen really quickly. And we can see that that link has automated DDX's advanced search feature. That's a method of searching for something that you can do even if you aren't running SYSPRO on your desktop at the moment to find this particular invoice or other documents. We can also see below at the lower left that there are a number of documents that are linked to this particular invoice. Things like the purchase order are linked, the receiving information or receiver, and even an AP check. So someone has linked these things together to create effectively a packet of information and related documents. Now those search mechanisms are one way to look at documents. Another way is to look at them as though they are sitting inside of folders somewhere. They really aren't, but look at them as though they are using the folder view. Here we're drilling down into the Bicycles Unlimited folder and we're looking at the purchase orders, and when we select an individual purchase order we can see it over at the right. Down at the bottom left, we can also see other documents that may be linked to that purchase order. Again, somebody has linked them together and now I can see them as though they're a packet. Things like my correspondence or an AP check or my supplier's invoice and so on and so forth. All of those disparate kinds of documents could be linked together to see what you need to see when you need to see it. Another mechanism for search is to use the search directly from the toolbar. When I do this, I type in a term and I click the search button, and it will search through all of the keywords for that term. In addition, if you have the full text option chosen, it will search the content of any searchable PDF that you have in the system. So in this case, we found this invoice because the words -12 existed inside of that document itself. Once you've found a document, it's easy to send a copy by email, extract a copy, print it, or save it somewhere else outside of DDX. You can also add notes and attach those notes to any individual document that you wish. Each note is stamped and digitally signed. Being able to view those documents is a core feature of DDX, but before you can view them, you need to be able to capture them. So let's take a look at how easy that is to do in DDX during the accounts payable business process, starting with purchase orders. After you're done entering the purchase order, you're going to print it. When you do go to print it, just simply choose the -DDX printer and you're off. So now DDX has delivered and filed a copy of that purchase order, no other effort needed. So let's move on to receiving. Right now I'm looking at my DDX publisher because I've scanned in all the receivers and packing slips, and I'm looking at one of them right now. At the left is a list of those that I need to work on, and the center is a preview, and at the far right is a list of all the tags and keywords that I need to fill in. So I'm going to choose receiver, and there's all the tags and keywords for that type of document. Let's move that off to the side so I can see it along with PO receipts. In the spirit of paperless, I can see my receiving documents at the right. Instead of looking at a piece of paper for the source of my information, I can look there. Then I can go to the left to my PO receipts, make my entries as needed, save all that information. Once it's saved, all of the appropriate tags and keyword information can be copied directly from the SYSPRO screen over to the right so that the document that I'm looking at there, that packing slip, is all tagged, all the keywords are updated. We click the Save button and file it away in DDX and remove it from my list of things to do and move right on to the next thing in my stack, that next invoice that you see there now. So as a byproduct of the entries I've made in purchase order receipts, that receiver has been tagged and keyworded and saved into DDX without any additional entry whatsoever, and it's moved right on to the next thing on my list. We're going to do something very similar in invoicing. We're going to use the DDX publisher to view the invoice that my supplier sent me. It's right on that list of things for me to do. We need to tag it and put it away, but instead of looking at paper, we're going to look at the publisher to get the information we need. So let's start our invoice entry. I go through the normal process of entering the invoice. I'm looking at the document at the right to get the information that I need. And there's various points along the way where I need to be able to look up other documents that help me match and verify the information that I'm putting in. To do that, we can hook up the DDX document viewer to some of the lists and the screens that you see here. So for example, clicking the right thing pops up the receiver document, in this case my bill of lading, so that I can see it in the context of entering that actual invoice. Once I'm confident that I've got what I need and the document matches the receipt I'm about to use, I maybe want to look up the purchase order, which I can do from here as well. And once I'm confident in all that, then I can save it and go about the business of invoicing. I can also have links on the main GRN matching screen as well, so I can get at GRN information or receiving information directly from here by clicking and launching the DDX document viewer again to show me what I'm looking for. Now when I'm all done and I click Post, that action can take all the information I've just entered in the AP posting program and push it over to the right and fill in all the keywords in the DDX publisher and save that invoice off into DDX. Just using all the information I had previously entered in SYSPRO, now that document is saved and saved accurately for me to find later when I need to. Lastly, there's almost always some miscellaneous documents that you want to capture as a part of your records, like the email you see on your screen. So let's show you how you can do that as well. It's actually really simple. Don't print it and scan it back in. Simply print it to DDX using the DDX printer. This will convert it to a PDF. Check to see if this is a recognized form, and if not, give me a little prompt that lets me save it as a PDF, print it, or publish it. If I click the Publish button, it launches the DDX publisher immediately. It focuses in on this one document that I just printed, and now I can classify it and put it away. Now I've got a copy of this miscellaneous document tucked away inside DDX for safekeeping. The DDX Accounts Payable module comes with a group of DDX features that are selected very carefully and focused on the accounts payable business process. To learn more about DDX, DDX's Accounts Payable module, and how DDX works with SYSPRO, please contact your SYSPRO sales rep or contact Dash directly at the website or numbers below.